And speaking about Speaker's Corner, we're just going to play a clip from the park, and I want to get the thoughts of the brothers on this.
100 monkeys type way.
Yeah. Type it, yeah. But what I'm good. But what I'm saying to you now is that chance does not exist, and there's no way of you proving it. So for me to say, okay, look, okay, go on. I'm gonna ask you.
I'll get a bag of billionaires and stand here for 100
Good.
years.
But now the 100 monkeys being listen. But Lindsay, I'm sorry,
you haven't asked my name yet.
no,
Angela.
I won't take hands with women for religious reasons. Yeah, for religious reasons. Why? It's like what?
Because I think that's
Men. No, but hold on. But hold on. Let me tell you something though. Yeah, this is good. It shows you that they're incapable of having a conversation with someone who doesn't believe in certain values. So they wouldn't be shaking hands with a tribal leader in Africa.
So I thought this clip was quite funny because right now with social distancing, I think that women would be absolutely fine with it. But also about intolerance that, from a liberal point of view, you can obviously shake hands. From an Islamic point of view, you shouldn't. And people are like, forget it. But I just want to ask a quick question to Mohammed Hijab, because obviously the video is about him. Do you think a woman like that is more likely to be humble and more likely to be less arrogant and less judgmental with this virus going around, as opposed to the comfortable environment when that conversation took place, when she probably wasn't thinking about these issues?
I just reviewed that video, I think, for the first time in a very long time, and what I noticed about the woman is that she's very, very tall. She's at least 6'4", I would say. I don't know what the hell kind of height that is for a woman. You don't I've never seen that before. But actually I have, but this is very unlikely. Just going on the point though, I think it's just it shows you how powerful culture can be, right? And how quickly it can change. These are the two things it shows me, right? Yeah. So how powerful culture can be, that it can offend someone like that woman, that I wouldn't shake her hand for my own personal religious reasons, yeah? And it's actually, this is one of the very many social rulings in Islam which are the same for men and women. There's no discrimination towards men or women here, because a man can't shake a woman's hand that's not mahram, according to the traditionalist position, and vice versa. So it's not anything just gender specific here, actually, from the Islamic perspective. But the interesting thing is, obviously, culturally, in the United Kingdom, not shaking hands, and in many parts of the Western world, is seen as kind of an aberration to social norms. Yeah. It's not very normative. But over the span of, I don't know, 2-3 months, from when that video was probably last shot, maybe 4 or 5 months, the global culture now has shifted. Like, actually shaking hands is seen as objectionable. Yeah. You see, it's seen as objectionable on cultural grounds. Yeah. But why is it objectionable on cultural grounds? Because if you put it from an Islamic perspective, the illah, or the reasoning behind it, is because it causes harm now. But we assume that it caused us harm before, but it was just a religious or spiritual kind of harm. That's so this actually shows that these people are discriminatory in their attitudes, because they're discriminatory. Liberals are many of them are inconsistent, because if it's inconceivable for someone to shake your hand in a pandemic, it's inconceivable that could be seen as something which is wrong, morally or culturally. Then it should be for all times and all places. It shows you the elastic nature of their morality, you see. So, and then you've got another problem of inequality, because if for medical reasons, I'm not allowed to shake, or I shouldn't be shaking hands, or it's unnormative and culturally aberrational for me to shake hands, then why not for religious reasons? So it shows you that. And if you look at from a legalistic perspective, the Equalities Act has 9 protected characteristics in the UK. One of them is religion. So in theory, at least, all of them should be given equal weighting, like religion, sexual orientation, age, and so on and so forth. But it doesn't seem like it is being given equal weighting. And especially when you go to France and Belgium, where they once outlawed face coverings, now they're putting them, now they're almost on the verge of making them obligatory. I mean, it's a crazy cultural turnaround. But it shows you, once again, this does actually outline an underlying hypocrisy. You go from telling people that you can't wear face masks or face coverings, to almost telling them you have to wear them.
Yeah.
The reasoning here is actually it's a medical reasoning. But
Yeah.
wait a minute. If we said equality shouldn't be based just on disability or medical problems, it should be religion and race and all that, then it should all be given an equal weighting on social liberalism, and we should treat all people the same according to you in all circumstances. But it seems like their cultural norms are coming crashing down with this particular pandemic.
Yeah, and it's very interesting about how cultures can entirely shift overnight, where shaking hands, face veils, and all these types of things, and how human beings, out of fear, out of taqwa, all right, but not taqwa of Allah, just fear, just total fear, they're not shaking hands and stuff.